Iron Crow, The Crawling Girl, Book 1, a post-apocalyptic survival thriller written by Kim Petersen, narrated by Chelsea Stevens.
1. Time stole our history, and the lake buried it. Even before I was old enough to understand the importance of the stretch of water along the shore, I yearned to be close to it. I lived in a Hydran village. The old-timers called it gasworks. I'm not sure what that name means, but it didn't matter to us, those left behind. I knew most, but not all the people in the village. At one time, there had been hundreds of families, but now we numbered closer to 50. I always loved the way the sun struck the massive steel and iron structures towering over our village. At some point, Lord Corvus had reserved this land for Hydrans, and we'd been there ever since. When I was little, my grandfather would often say I was smart enough to run a Hydran village, yet his face would cloud with fear when he made such jokes. Then he'd tell me I was too stubborn for my own good, which wasn't a welcome trait to have for a politician. Being his little Rayna would always be enough. Enough for what? I used to wonder, as I'd watch him ready for a day crawling the lake. I guess he meant it was enough that I become a crawler like him. The water had reclaimed most of the ruins by then, yet there had been a time when my grandfather witnessed something else, a time when the Seattle skyline soared high in the sky, and people had more than they needed and wasted things we Hydrans had to eventually fight for. Lives filled with an abundance of food, warmth, running water, and electricity. A time when the crows hadn't perched atop Queen Anne Hill, and no Lord Corvus ruthlessly ruled over our village with a sharp eye and a heartless regime. My village struggled under Lord Corvus, yet I'd never known otherwise. I figure that's why I was always so drawn to the water. Because in the water, there was silence. I'd felt most free while crawling, even if only for fleeting moments. I could become one with the water, and on some days, I knew that the lake's hidden secrets were the only thing to keep me going. Everyone in the village had a job or responsibility, starting as young as 12 years old. I'd been born a crawler, a scavenger who dived for aluminum to trade to the crows for food and resources. I'll never forget that day as long as I live. It started like any other morning, but once I slipped beneath the surface, something felt different. During this particular dive, the secrets of Lake Union eluded me, and I tried my best to fend off my impatience. I ignored the pressure in my head as my waterlogged fingers fiddled with...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?